Transfer war is coming. ARK live on the go. And the biggest update we've ever seen. You're right kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share it around and let's get into it. So the community crunch dropped last night, revealing not a fat lot once again, but there are a few details about what's upcoming and you certainly need to know about these. The big one is Lost Island transfers will be open on March the 18th, whereby this means players will be able to take items and creatures to and from Lost Island to the other maps on the official network, which could spell some interesting war outcomes considering that Lost Island is a predominantly primitive based map. It's very hard to get element on this, tech on this, compared to previous maps such as Gen 1 and 2, Extinction and Crystal Isles. Though regardless of being able to take your tech gear over, you've still got to farm the elements on the map, which is still very difficult to do, but at the very least this will mean all of the tech upgrades out there will probably be built elsewhere, taken over here, and any element gained on the map will be used to power those tech items, meaning anybody who's been farming that element could be set and ready to be at war with you. So you've got a few weeks left to go to get yourself prepped and ready, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to turn the tides on Lost Island being a favoured map at the moment. Will it diminish in tech tribes overtaking the map, or will the primitive players fight back and keep it the mainstay that they still want it to be? There's no Evo event once again. I know it sucks to see us weekend after weekend having no Evo event, but you did just get a good boosted rates through the Love Evolved event. Said the community manager did say that he was talking with the team about it. Let's see where it goes, meaning is it going to pop up again? Probably not this late into the weekend. Now I think that's your Evo event chance is gone, but fingers crossed we might see one next weekend. And whilst it was teased that more Fjorda creature teases are on the horizon, there's sadly nothing more to go on yet apart from in the coming week. So we might see something next weekend, probably the weekend after. But get set and ready to bump those internet speeds up through the roof and your storage space clear and free for what appears to be the biggest ARK update we've ever seen. Now they didn't say it's the biggest, but Wildcard did mention that on March the 3rd for PC, they didn't mention anything about console, though I assume this is going to come to console at a later date. We will see over 70 fixes across all maps, with Wildcard expecting this patch to be a significant download, so consider this as a heads up in advance. They can't give us estimations of how big this is going to be yet, but if they are warning us, this has got to be a hefty patch. Lest we forget, in the past we've had sizes such as 50 gig pull through. I'm pretty sure more than that, 70 gig. I've got a feeling maybe we've seen 100 gig. That seems a bit of a stretch. But the fact that Wildcard are preparing us for this update means this is going to be a serious size. What exactly this entails, we don't know. I'm hoping we may be seeing the longer awaited new breeding creatures that they did tease was going to come to all platforms at some point after what was recently included with the likes of the Rock Drake and the Snail. And my guesses are we are going to see the Griffin. There's a bit of a joke around the Phoenix possibly being one of them, and there's possibly a hint of further TLC changes. Of course, said mentioning a while back that they do want to do a new TLC drop on creatures. So this could possibly be it, or it might not be. It might just be a bunch of bug changes, mesh fixes, things like that. But I'm going to keep the faith. If it's such a big file, there must be a huge overhaul going. Perhaps a graphical improvement. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. The community corner has changed. We finally now know what the new difference is that was teased at last weekend, and it's a bit different. They do still go on to show you videos and artwork and screenshots of what's new and hot in the world of ARK. And big shout out to Cypher, Sam and Cantex for their submissions that hit the community crunch this weekend. Community stories, it's been a big thing in recent times. If you don't know, in the Discord there is a page, a channel that's full of stories posted by you about stuff you do in ARK for people to be entertained by, and when to win some prizes in a recent competition. It's certainly worth just getting involved, posting your tale of what's been going on with you in ARK. I got involved myself with a chapter by chapter description of my introduction to ARK. And I'll leave a link to ARK's official Discord in the description. But now Wildcard have moved on to dedicated fan art and screenshot pages where you can go and look at all of the awesome stuff that people have worked on, created, edited and posted to appear in one of these pages. Certainly worth their own areas for you to go and check out. A lot of hard work has gone into a lot of these, though I do still feel it's just not accessible enough. If you go to the homepage, it's not there for you to see. So in my opinion, all the time and work the community are doing in inputting these, the devs are doing to put these all together. So there needs to be a more simple, clear way of getting through to this if there's so much work going into this right now. Perhaps it's just because it's new and the developers are exploring all of their options. There is a submit form where you now submit your artwork through to them by filling out this, and the form, the features I will all include within the description. So Steamdeck is here. Well, in the coming days, you'll be able to get your hands on the Valve advocated mobile PC customizable device that is seemingly going to take the world by storm. Kicking out some serious firepower, this is comparable to some of the best machines out there. In fact, Linus Tech Tips did a great feature about why this device is so important, and I will leave a link to that in the description. It's worth checking out if you want to learn more about this device and the capabilities, the customizing abilities that this is going to present to you if you've always wanted PC in the palm of your hands. And of course, as you may know if you follow this channel, ARK Survival Evolved will be a game you can play on this from the off, though it does seem most Steam PC games will be able to be played on this, though there needs to be somewhat of a port version worked on for it to work on this handheld device, but ARK is certainly one of them. So if you want to play ARK, the PC version, on the go, you now have the option to do so. And I'm pretty sure that Wildcard confirms that this version will allow mods as well. It's going to be the complete package in the palm of your hands. So if you're out and about and you need to defend your base, you no longer need to race home anymore. You can just switch on your Steam Deck, job done. It's a really cool device. I look forward to seeing how well this performs. It could really truly take over the handheld market, but it's early days. There's a few things out there that perhaps grind my gears a little, but Linus Tech Tips covers all of this within that video. Really worth a watch if you're thinking of getting one, though you may be waiting a while if you do want one. And it's shout out time once again. This time we are shouting out Mr. Garuga123, who you will have heard of at least in the form of the mods that Garuga works on. ARK Editions, one of the most polished mods out there that's very much advocated by Mr. Up From The Depths, who we had on the show a few months ago, who creates wonderful, epically created trailers such as this. Recently teasing us the new upcoming project, the Dinotherium, but is now working on 6 new creatures to come to the mod. Namely the Titanoceratops, the Shantungosaurus, the Gorgosaurus, the Ceratosaurus, the Suchomimus and the Liviaton. Some of which I'm pretty sure I pronounced wrong, all of which do need your support to see these go through to make their 3D appearance within the ARK Editions mod. By heading to Garuga's modding fund page, you get to pick the creature that you most want supported, developed for, and of course donate the amount that you want. I will leave a link to this in the description. And just so you're in the know, each creature has had these amounts donated so far to reach their 6.5k needed per critter in order to bring these alive. Both Garuga and Up From The Depths have been with ARK since pretty much the very start of the game actually coming out, and have always been very supportive, developing for this, showcasing this in the best form they possibly can, taking the game further than Wildcard can possibly do themselves. If there's anybody out there that's worth the support, it's them. So please do go support them if you possibly can, to continue seeing the superb content coming to you lucky ARK players. And that's your lot for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, comment below. Let me know, what do you think is going to be in this giant patch that we're going to receive? I'm really hoping we're going to see a bit of griffin breeding at the very least. I really do believe that's going to be one of the first things they're going to address. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. What do you want to see being bred in the world of ARK? I'll see you next time. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, peace out.